Good morning. Good morning. We are getting our mats rolled out and then we're going to roll on into class here pretty quickly. So get yourself set up and take a nice spot on the mat. We're going to begin in child's pose. Sorry, we were running a little late today. We're going to put toes near one another, maybe together. Knees can be near one another. You can take them a little wide to the edge of the mat. And then gently melt down. If the knees are together, the belly can rest on the thighs. If the knees are wide, let the body melt between them down toward the mat. Arms are stretched overhead, though they don't have to be straight. You could maybe keep them a little wide, hands at the edges of the mat. A little softness in the elbows. Maybe close the eyes here. Allow yourself to block out the distractions around you. Focus on the present. Feel the mat beneath you. And gently scan the body. As you build this awareness, deepen the breath. Allow the inhales to expand the body and use the exhales to soften and create space. The head is resting on the mat. We'll gently lift it ever so slightly to create a little space. We'll straighten the arms a bit more, maybe walking them a little closer together so that they're shoulder width distance apart. Feel that little activation, that stretch through the shoulder and down into side body. And we'll soften a bit as we walk the hands to the right, settling in for a nice side stretch. The hips stay resting. Feel the breath through the left side of the body. When you're ready, walk the hands back through center and journey off to the left, settling in, belly resting, big stretch through the right ribs. Walk the hands back to center. Walk the hands toward the knees as we lift up, coming to a kneeling posture. We'll take a moment here, and if kneeling isn't serving you, you could swap over to a nice seated spot for a moment. The eyes are still closed. You could flutter them open. We sit tall. A little tuck of the chin to let the crown of the head lift. And then we'll let the right ear fall toward the right shoulder. Use the exhale to let the tension in the shoulders melt away. And then lift the head back to center. And then let the head fall to the left. Scan from the ear down through the neck to the shoulder. Lift the head back to center. We'll go chin to chest. And then draw a line with the nose all the way up to the sky. Feel that nice openness through the throat. Maybe a little lift of the heart. Bring the gaze back to center. The arms go down by our side. We'll inhale them up to shoulder height. Gently press the arms back slightly. A little openness through the heart. Maybe you draw the gaze up slightly. And then bring the arms together in front of you. Maybe you bring the gaze down into your lap, little rounding through the back. Inhale as we open. Exhale as we round. Inhale, nice open. Spread the arms, big heart. Exhale as you round. On the inhale, just take the arms to that neutral open spot. We'll draw the arms up overhead. Grab right wrist with left hand. Reach up and gently take it over, helping with that stretch. You could also just stay here and reach up, but I like that little over. Adds a bit to the stretch down through side body. Go back to center, release the wrist. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Help find that extension and take it over. Come back to center, release the wrist. Let the arms flutter down. Maybe take a few little wrist circles here as the arms fall back down. And let them come to rest. We'll inhale them up to a nice V. Then we're going to do eagle arms. So right arm comes under left. We're going to make that little X at the elbows. And then we're going to wrap the arms up in front of us. You might end up with the back of the hands together. Maybe you can get palms together or fingers on palms. Big stretch through the shoulders. One more breath here. Gently unwind. Shake out the shoulders. And then inhale back to that V. We'll swap arms. Left comes under right. We make that little X. And then wrap the arms up. We're keeping the biceps roughly parallel to the earth. That's our neutral. If you want to play with it, you can lift the elbows a little bit. You can tuck them in a little bit, noticing how that moves the body, how that moves the sensations in the body. Be mindful as you do that if you choose. Listen to your body, and if at any point you feel any pinpointed pain, gently back out. All together, we'll unwind the arms, give the shoulders a little shake, transition over to a tabletop as we set hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. We'll take the hands forward, a handprint each. Spread the fingers wide. Curl the toes. Lift the hips up and back, down dog. Try to find a flat back as best you can. You can play around with the shape. Heels reaching toward the earth. You could bend the knees. You could shift the hips a bit. Just feeling it out as we hold for 2 more breaths. On an inhale, we'll look forward. Exhale as you bring the feet toward the hands and find yourself in a forward fold. The upper body hangs. Maybe the hands reach to the earth. Maybe you grab opposite elbows to hang in ragdoll. There can be a little micro bend at the knees. Relax the head. Start to engage the core as you inhale up to half lift. Our 7 shape, hands to shins or thighs. Long spine. Exhale as you release. We'll soften the knees as we gently roll up and come to our Tadasana, our standing mountain pose. Head over heart. Arms at our side. Palms open. Thumbs away from the body. Inhale the arms up. Exhale back to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Soften the knees. Roll up to standing. Take a breath. Inhale the arms. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Gently roll up. And take a breath at Tadasana, standing tall, feeling solid in your foundation. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. We'll plant the hands, step just the right foot back. Our runner's lunge. So to make any little adjustments you need to here to let the hips sit low. Feet are on skis. We've got a nice stack through that left knee and ankle. Long spine. We lower the right knee. Find our foundation as we lift up. Arms back to that V, warrior one in our low lunge. Palms are facing one another, fingers shine toward the sky. And keep a little softness in the arms. And let the shoulders relax a bit. Exhale the hands down to the mat. Plant the right palm. It's in line with that back knee. We'll take a little twist. Let the left arm reach up to the sky. Keep the hips sitting low. Maybe tuck that left hip crease back a bit. And if reaching isn't serving you, you could take the left hand to left hip and maybe just turn through the torso with the gaze up toward the sky as best you can. On an exhale, we'll release. Create a foundation as you lift off of the right knee. Step the left toes back. High plank. You can lower to the knees here if you like. With control, we'll move through chaturanga to the belly. Uncurl the toes. Inhale up to your cobra. That might be a baby cobra, our first back bend of the class. Maybe you want to lift a little higher. On an exhale, release, curl the toes, lift the hips up and back. Down dog. Take a moment here. Feel the strength of the body. A connection to your foundation. On an exhale, look forward. You bring the feet to the hands. Nice forward fold. Engage the core as you come to half lift. Exhale as you release. We'll plant the hands, slide the left toes back. Find your runner's lunge. Right foot is firmly planted down. We're on the ball of the left foot. That knee is stacked or slightly behind the ankle. Gaze is at the mat. Breath is steady. Then lower the left knee. You can leave the toes curled or you can uncurl them as you connect with your foundation and lift up. Nice warrior one here in our low lunge. Maybe we take a little cactus arms, dropping the elbows to shoulder height, palms shine forward. Take the arms back up. Exhale the hands to the mat. Left palm plants down. We twist as the right arm reaches up. And again, notice that right hip. Give it a gentle tuck back. Try not to collapse into the supporting shoulder. And there are modifications available, dropping that arm. And only go as far as your body wants, checking in with the ribs. Maybe the gaze tries to travel up. Maybe it just ends up at the sidewalk. Exhale as we unwind. Bring the right hand back to the mat. Give yourself a base as you lift the left knee. Step the right toes back. High plank. Long arms as we lower down. Uncurl the toes. Inhale up to your variation of cobra today. Exhale as you release, curl the toes, press the hips up and back, down dog. Holding for a breath. We'll find a little wave through the body as we lift the heels, shift the hips back to that high plank. We'll lower the left knee. Start to rotate the body as we lift the right arm, coming to our supported side plank. Left hand is down, a nice support. You can end up on the inner blade of the right foot. That foot could fly. You can leave the toes down. Right arm reaches to the sky. Exhale as you unwind. Right hand returns to the mat. Step the left toes back. Find your high plank once more. Then lower the right knee. Shift the hips. We're stacking the body as we open up. Left arm reaches. And again, the left foot can stay connected. You could lift it, maybe pressing through that heel if the leg is flying. Core is strong. On an exhale, we'll unwind, rotate back, square the body to the mat. High plank. Shift the hips up and back, down dog. Lower the knees, uncurl the toes. Settle the hips, child's pose. We'll take 2 breaths here. You can relax the arms if you like. Start to walk the hands into the body as we lift up. Rotate on to a favorite hip. Fling the legs around. And then gently settle back body. Head and shoulders rest on the mat. Spine is long. We'll draw both knees in. That full body hug. You can rest here. That nice stillness. Being present in the moment with the body. If you need a little movement, you could rock a little side to side. If you're rocking, go ahead and slow it down. Meet us in stillness. We'll hold right knee with right hand, left knee, left hand, and start to draw little circles, taking the knees out and away from one another, and then gently back together. Might feel a little massage between the low back and the mat. Getting a little movement for the hips. We'll slow it down and reverse direction. Start small. Gently grow these circles wider. Slow it down. Back to stillness at center. Give the knees a little squeeze and send both legs up toward the sky. Press through the heels, soles of the feet shine up. You can keep a little micro bend at the knees if you like. Arms can be down alongside body. You could keep palms on thighs for a little external support or hands on belly to feel that connection with breath. And then point the toes. Feel that stretch through the tops of the feet, down through the shins. And just gently point and flex the feet and wiggle the toes, bend the ankles. Creating a little movement here. Loosening the joints of the feet. Find stillness. Gently bend the knees as you bring the feet back to the mat. We'll set toes together, heels together, and then let the knees fall away from one another. The soles of the feet coming together here in our supine bound angle. Deep hip opener. And if this is feeling a little intense for your body this morning, you can take hands to the outer thighs and create little supports for them, or if you have blocks nearby, you can slide those under the thighs. Your body's asking to go a little deeper. You can place the hands on the inner thighs and let the weight of them gently draw the legs down. Don't press, just let the weight do it. Heels can be as close into the body or as far away as you need. Take the awareness to the hips. Use each exhale to soften, to see if you can melt a little farther into the shape. Take one more breath here. Wherever the hands are, bring them to the outer thighs. Help the legs up. We'll bring knees together as we heel toe the feet to the edges of the mat. Like counter pose. We take a breath. Heel toe the feet back together. Extend the legs long on the mat. And again, arms can be down at our side, palms up. You could have hands on belly. Nice connection to the breath. We take a moment here to once again close the eyes. Be present. Look in. Notice how you're feeling. Notice the thoughts. Invite them to be present with you here. If you have a few more minutes today, I invite you to stay here in a Shavasana. Enjoy a few moments of stillness. To be present. We're rounding out our practice together today, however. We'll draw the knees into the body. Rotate over to a favorite side. Maybe a little pillow for the low arm or for the head as we take a moment to thank the body for all that it has done for us today and all that it does for us every day. We'll support it as we lift up. Find that comfortable seated spot as we flutter the eyes open, bringing hands together at heart center to seal in our practice. I encourage you to take kind thoughts, kind words, and those kind intentions with you from now until we meet again. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for our practice today. I hope you are well and that you have a wonderful week ahead. I look forward to seeing you back on the mat next Tuesday. Bye, y'all.